Good evening, YouTube. General Soul back with Grandia. And last time we got to Luck Village and was told we needed to climb the God of Light Mountain to get the Nectar of the Gods so that we would be able to stay. Now this place, it's not too big, not too challenging, but this is a really good place to do some level grinding because the enemies here give some pretty good amounts of XP for this point of the game. And the enemies aren't too tough. In fact, here's our first one. These are metal beetles. Now, I very quickly learned that metal beetles are pretty much immune to any magic. So you want to do purely physical attacks on them. So I'm trying to level up my magic. Fire did no damage. I was like, okay, fire did nothing. Let's build my defense up then.
Please protect us.
Now these metal beetles have one skill. I forget what it's called, but they'll go up to you, and if they can hit a group of enemies with their wings, flapping their wings, and it can do a lot of damage. They will also hit pretty quickly, but they're not too powerful with their attacks, so they're not too bad. So we tried a wind attack to see if maybe they were just immune to fire, but no, they took no damage to wind either. So at this point I'm just kind of like, okay, they're not doing too much damage, but yeah, they are hitting me quite often, so I'm going to, yeah, physical attacks is the way to go. I decided what I was going to do is kind of level grind my earth spells by just spamming digging. I also figured that would make their attacks nigh nothing. Not really worth the grind there. Alright, so yeah, Fina took no damage there. So I'm going to have Sue heal Justin because he took a bit of damage. And I was thinking about doing digging again, but then I was like, no, let's go ahead and take them out, level up our weapons. I do end up, during the process of this dungeon, maxing, or not maxing, but getting Fina's daggers and Sue's mace to level 10, which is what I needed for some moves. Give me a minute, Zoe. So now Sue is on a bow, and Fina is now back on a whip. Because as far as I can see, they're not going to learn any new skills by leveling up Meat Dagger and Rod anymore. So. But yeah, 100 experience for those beetles. Yeah, I do believe everybody got a level up during this trek. This area is not too mazy, but a little bit. Alright, here's our next enemy. We got some beetles with some cobras. What are these cobras called? Pit vipers. Okay. Pit vipers are not immune to magic, so if you want to level up your magic, go ahead and do that to the pit vipers. I immediately, because we have the beetles, went into let's raise our defense. Plus I need to level that up anyway. And I wanted to test. So I'm testing on the wind on the cobras to see if they are immune to magic, and I'd go ahead and try fire too. And we do see that the pit vipers do take damage from magic. Fortunately, burn is not a big enough AoE to hit all the pit vipers. The pit vipers have a move where they can paralyze a single target, as you're seeing right there. They end up paralyzing Fina and Sue for a little bit. It doesn't last as long as what was her name, Mio, her little move when we fought her. but it is annoying. So I decided to just go ahead and take them out with fire from Justin. And that way we can then focus on the metal beetles. There's that skill I was talking about. And then they are just going wild on Sue. Sue and Fina are already no longer paralyzed, so yeah, it doesn't last too long. But it can be annoying. Yes, Zoe. You are an annoying kitty. I'll throw your mouse after I'm done commentating this video. Alright. So there is one more type of enemy in this dungeon or mountain area. Okay, we got a life seed there, and again, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Fina because she has less life than Justin. As I stated last time we got a life seed, don't bother giving it to Sue. Now, where you see those little poles sticking out, that's where we're supposed to go to get to our objective. But there is some treasure over on this side that I want to get first. Edit out that fight, since it's just pit vipers. Okay, here's our last new enemy in this area. They are tarantulas. Funnily enough, I was going to call them tarantula, but I thought I better wait and see what they called. Again, just like with the pit vipers, they are not immune to magic, so if you want to level up your magic, go ahead. They are not grouped up well enough that it's actually that feasible. You may see that Fina now has a spell called Wow. What that does is if you use it on an ally, it basically raises their attack power. So I just decided to have Fina just burn everything and then have Sue and Justin kill them with their weapons. Or mostly Sue. Because Sue is getting close to done with her mace. I needed to get it to 10 and I needed to get Fina's daggers to 10, and I ended up doing that on this trek. Alright, so that is all the new monsters. For the most part, from here on, I didn't really even bother too much with magic with these monsters. I just went all out with my weapons to level up my weapons. Especially, I need to get Justin's axe up, and he's using an axe right now. Alright, so now we can go up this way for a few more items and battles. Alright, more beetles and pit vipers. Come up this way. Okay, so I'm kind of conferring with my maps. Okay, yeah, I'm going the right way. We've got this item right here, which is a move break. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that or not. I'm assuming that's just an item we can use in battle. Alright, took out those metal beetles, and then this was bullshit. I went to go fight the tarantulas, but I was in invincibility frames and came out of it as I ran past them, so they ambushed me there. And then up here's the last treasure on this side. As you see, we cannot get towards where you see a treasure right there on the left. We can't get that way from here, so we need to go back to where those little poles were earlier that I mentioned. That's how we get to the next part of this mountain. But yeah, no enemies here are extremely dangerous. If you just go all out, easy fights, worth over 100 XP each battle. This is a pretty good area to level grind at this point of the game if you want to. Alright, so we got 3 fights here, so I'm going to take them all out. One at a time here. Make sure to wait that I'm not invincibility frame so I don't get ambushed again. Okay, so there are a couple of treasures around here. We have that, well, I think, yeah, there's some money right over here. And it took me a second to realize I thought I could run through these leaves, but no. They're about as hard as the rocks, and everything is blocking my way to that gemstone we saw earlier, so I have to come back around to go get that. But we have now killed all the enemies on the mountain. There are no more enemies. If you want to fight more, you need to leave the area and come back in. I'm not going to do that. You can if you want to. Don't go this way. There's nothing here. It's a dead end, as I just learned. And right here is the next part. Lots of treasures here at the peak. Lots of money. We get us a resurrection potion, some gold. I think the money's called gold in this game. Then we get a better whip for Fina, and this is actually where I go in and change. I go check Sue and Fina's skills. I see, as you see, we got Rando Hurl with the dagger, so I don't need dagger anymore. I've already switched Sue to a bow, and the whip we just got is just as good as the dagger she was using, so now we can work on her whip. 2 treasures right here. We've got Trust, which I'm like, what is that? And we got a light arm, or AM, whatever. That is a accessory or jewelry that we can put on that reflects or gives +1 to all magic, resists paralysis on the paralysis charm. I'm trying like, okay, what's this Trust? I can't find it. So I'm looking for the Trust to see what it is. There it is right there. Speeds up IP of 1 friend permanent, but I can't use it. So I'm like, how do I use this? So I'll have to figure that out, how I'm supposed to use the Trust. Come on up here. We got our last piece of gold, and there is our objective. And as soon as you take this nectar jar, you get the trophy Nectar of the Gods. So it popped about right there. And all that's left to do is go back to Luck Village. I'm going to actually end the video whenever I get to Luck Village. I'm going to save and call it there. If you've enjoyed the video, drop a like. Feel free to subscribe for more. If you feel like making a donation to the cause, there is a link in the description to buy me a coffee. And I will see you guys next time for more Grandia.